Details, honey, details. Many a man struggles to give details to their wives when they ask them for something. Maybe it was that phone call, that conversation with that friend, something that you said, something that you did, and your wife comes to you and asks you, honey, please give me some details. And normally we give them a one-liner, the punchline, the end of the conversation. But many a time the wife would like more details. So what can you do to get to the place so that you can give your wife more details, the details that she needs? Ephesians 5:25 says, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loves his church. Meaning we need to enter into their world and love them and care for them, take care of them and give them more details. They deserve that, don't you think? I know we don't really like to talk about details. Men's brains are the type of brains that they process whatever's happening, whatever issues they are facing inside of their mind. They fix the problem in here, not necessarily verbally. Now generally some men can't do that. They want to talk about it, depends on your personality. But most men deal with their problems inside of their head. They don't want to be asked the question, what are you thinking? Where women deal with whatever's going inside of here verbally. Many times they don't understand what they feel and they need to talk about what they feel and then they understand it better. So women need to talk about it. Men, they don't want to talk about it. Women like to give details, especially if they're a certain personality type of woman. They want to give the details. Just the other day I had a chuckle inside of myself when I was busy working and my wife Chantel came to me and she was supposed to just ask me a question that she had from a person. But she told me the whole story of how this one spoke to that one, how she spoke to that one, came to this one, and then she came to the question. She could have just asked the question and the conversation could have been maybe 2 minutes and it's over. Now I didn't mind it because I'm trying to understand her better. I'm trying to be a better husband by listening and actually entering into her world, because who's right and who's wrong? Is it wrong to share less or is it wrong to share more? Obviously no one is wrong here. It is for us to understand each other better and then to apply it within our marriage with Christ as the center. And Christ says, submit ye unto another, sacrifice for one another. So as a husband sacrificing for his wife, I would then put myself in the position where I listen. I mean, guys, let's be honest. Let's say you play golf. I've seen this before. You play golf, your buddies come along and you telling them about that 20-foot putt you made on the weekend or during the week. You tell the details, how you set up for the putt, how there were obstacles on the green. The green wasn't the best because of COVID-19. Now the green is not the way it should be. And it was sloping off to the left. And how you had to judge the speed and how difficult this putt was. And when you made the putt, how you thought it wouldn't go in and came right to the edge and poof, and it went in. All those details you got no problem to give. Isn't it amazing? When it comes to the things that we enjoy in life and having to tell our buddies, we give the details. Like that bakkie that you're driving, you give the details when you explain it to your friends. But when the wife asks about the conversation that you had, or a phone call, or details as to how you're going to solve a problem, we give them punchlines. No guy is going to tell his friends after sinking a 20-foot putt for a birdie or even for an eagle, he's going to tell them, he even takes a picture, he even takes a video and sends you the video, then explains all the details. No one is going to tell their buddies, you know what, I sank a birdie putt. No, you're going to tell him it was a 20-foot putt sloping off to the left, very difficult after COVID-19 lockdown, the greens aren't the best, etc., etc., etc. Why can't we do the same for our woman? I want to give you some practical advice today that has really helped me to, firstly, I need to understand that it's not wrong for them to give details or want details. They must just understand that there are times that I need to figure it out in my head first and then create the opportunity so that I can give the details. So I'm going to give you 3 areas that has worked for me. Well, number 1 that has worked for me to give more details is when we go for a walk. As soon as we go for a walk and we're outside, it's like I can talk better. It's like I can open up and really talk about the details that she needs to know. Number 2, I have seen that when we go into nature, I talk better. So while we're in nature, it is easier for me to talk. I've just seen that works for me. And then number 3, well, after intimacy, about 30 minutes later, if you haven't fallen asleep, then it's proven scientifically that men are more emotional after sex. So it is time then to share what's on your heart, to open up. So these are the type of things that you can apply. Sit in front of a fireplace. I saw the other night, it was really cold where we live, and my wife and I were sitting in front of the fireplace. I wasn't really in the mood for talking. I wasn't in the mood for giving details. And as we're sitting at the fire, I think part of the reason is there are negative ions that comes from a fire that's burning, from water that's moving, or from trees, and nature gives you negative ions, which is good for you, where computers, cell phones, they have positive ions and they've got a negative effect upon you, and then you don't want to talk. So create opportunities where you can talk. Look at the times where it really helped you, that you shared more. Look at what happened. Did you have a good meal? Did you have sex? Did you go for a walk? Are you sitting in front of a fireplace? What happened? And then create those opportunities so that you can talk. I know many of men won't have a problem with creating some of those opportunities. Wives, if you want your men to talk more, if you want them to deal or to share with you the things that are in their minds, create the opportunity for them to do so. And when they are dealing with things that are in their heads, let them be for a while, okay? So they can figure it out. And men, let's give our wives the opportunity to talk too. Details, honey, details. They want to know the details and they want to give you the details. So create the opportunity. I've said in a video before, something that really works for us is a 30-minute chat time. 3 to 4 times a week. If you can do more, praise the Lord. Chat time where my wife can share what's on her heart. It has really helped. It's built up our marriage, and it will help you too. May God bless you as you use these principles and apply them to give more details.